Question 1. What is the purpose of the Magna Carta in British history? A. To introduce the concept of democracy. B. To limit the power of the king and establish certain rights. C. To declare war on France. D. To expand the territories of the British Empire. Answer. B. To limit the power of the king and establish certain rights. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, is a foundational document that established the principle that everyone is subject to the law, even the king, and guaranteed the rights of individuals. Question 2. Describe the structure of the UK Parliament. A. Consists solely of the House of Lords. B. Composed of the House of Commons and the House of Lords. C. Made up of elected regional representatives only. D. A single parliamentary chamber. Answer. B. Composed of the House of Commons and the House of Lords. The UK Parliament is bicameral, consisting of two houses, the elected House of Commons and the appointed House of Lords, playing different roles in the legislative process. Question 3. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? A. Elizabeth I. B. Mary Queen of Scots. C. Margaret Thatcher. D. Theresa May. Answer. C. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, known as the Iron Lady, served as Prime Minister from 1979 to 1990 and was the first woman to hold that office. Question 4. Explain the role of the monarchy in the UK today. A. Holds absolute power over the government. B. Acts as the official government of the UK. C. Serves a purely ceremonial role. D. Leads the military. Answer. C. Serves a purely ceremonial role. The UK monarchy today has no direct role in the administration of government and serves primarily as a symbolic and unifying figure. Question 5. What are the main duties of the Home Secretary? A. Managing healthcare services. B. Overseeing the country's internal affairs, including security and immigration. C. Handling foreign diplomatic relations. D. Directing economic policies. Answer. B. Overseeing the country's internal affairs, including security and immigration. The Home Secretary is responsible for the security of the country and overseas areas such as policing, national security, and immigration. Question 6. What historical event is commemorated by Guy Fawkes Night? A. The end of the English Civil War. B. The signing of the Magna Carta. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Answer. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Guy Fawkes Night, observed on November 5th, commemorates the foiling of the Gunpowder Plot, in which Guy Fawkes and others attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Question 7. Who were the Celts, and what was their significance in British history? A. A Roman legion stationed in Britain. B. The first monarchs of England. C. Indigenous peoples known for their distinct languages and cultural practices. D. Viking invaders who settled in Britain. Answer. C. Indigenous peoples known for their distinct languages and cultural practices. The Celts were among the early inhabitants of Britain and have a lasting cultural impact, particularly in Scotland, Wales, and parts of England. Question 8. What led to the Battle of Hastings, and what was its outcome? A. It was a dispute over English trade laws. B. The death of the English king without an heir led to the Norman invasion. C. It resulted from a rebellion against the monarchy. D. It was a staged event to strengthen the king's power. Answer B. The death of the English king without an heir led to the Norman invasion. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 was pivotal, leading to Norman control over England and significant cultural and administrative changes. Question 9. How did the Industrial Revolution change the UK? A. It led to a decline in urban growth. B. It had little to no impact. C. It resulted in significant technological advancements and urbanization. D. It isolated the UK economically from Europe. Answer C. It resulted in significant technological advancements and urbanization. The Industrial Revolution started in the UK and transformed it into one of the world's leading industrial and economic powers. Question 10. What is the Commonwealth and what role does the UK play in it? A. A British trade organisation. B. A group of countries, mostly former territories of the British Empire, with the UK as a leading member. C. A military alliance led by the UK. D. A UK-based cultural association. Answer B. A group of countries, mostly former territories of the British Empire, with the UK as a leading member. The Commonwealth promotes political, economic, and social cooperation among its members. Question 11. Who was Winston Churchill, and what was his impact during World War II? A. A British king who led military campaigns. B. A general in the British Army. C. The British Prime Minister, known for his leadership and speeches. D. A peace activist who opposed the war. Answer C. The British Prime Minister, known for his leadership and speeches. Winston Churchill's leadership during World War II was crucial in boosting British morale and securing Allied victory. Question 12. Explain the difference between the House of Commons and the House of Lords. A. Both houses perform the same functions. B. The Commons is elected while the Lords is appointed. C. The Lords is the lower chamber and the Commons is the upper chamber. D. There is no difference. They are simply different terms for the same body. Answer B. The Commons is elected while the Lords is appointed. This structure allows for a mix of democratically elected representatives and appointed members who can provide expertise and continuity. Question 13. What is the function of the UK's judicial system? A. To enforce religious laws. B. To manage the UK's defence forces. C. To interpret and apply the law, ensuring justice is served. D. To elect political leaders. Answer C. To interpret and apply the law, ensuring justice is served. The judicial system is crucial for upholding the law and ensuring fair treatment under it. Question 14. Define devolution in the context of UK governance. A. The process of dissolving Parliament. B. The transfer of power from central to local governments. C. Centralising all powers in London. D. The elimination of local governments. Answer B. The transfer of power from central to local governments. Devolution allows Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and parts of England greater control over local matters. Question 15. What was the significance of the Good Friday Agreement? A. It established trade agreements between the UK and Ireland. B. It ended the conflict known as the Troubles in Northern Ireland. C. It was a peace treaty between the UK and France. D. It marked the UK's entry into the European Union. Answer B. It ended the conflict known as the Troubles in Northern Ireland. The Good Friday Agreement in 1998 was a major peace achievement that helped to cease decades of conflict? Question 16. How is the Prime Minister chosen in the UK? A. By a public vote. B. By a decision of the Queen. C. As the leader of the party with the most seats in the House of Commons. D. Through a lottery system. Answer. C. As the leader of the party with the most seats in the House of Commons. This system ensures that the Prime Minister has the support of the majority in the main legislative body, reflecting the democratic will of the electorate. Question 17. What does suffrage mean in the context of British history? A. Economic hardship. B. The right to vote in political elections. C. A legal process for resolving disputes. D. The period of mourning following a national tragedy. Answer. B. The right to vote in political elections. Suffrage has been a critical part of the UK's democratic development, expanding over time to include more of the population. Question 18. How often are general elections held in the UK? A. Every 3 years. B. Every 4 years. C. Every 5 years. D. Every 6 years. Answer. C. Every 5 years. General elections determine the composition of the government and are held every 5 years, unless called earlier. Question 19. What impact did the Acts of Union 1707 have on the UK? A. They dissolved the Scottish Parliament. B. They united England and Scotland under the British Crown. C. They separated England and Scotland into independent countries. D. They restricted trade between England and Scotland. Answer. B. They united England and Scotland under the British Crown. The Acts of Union 1707 were significant in creating a single sovereign state known as Great Britain. Question 20. Why is William Shakespeare a significant figure in British culture? A. He was a key political figure in the English Renaissance. B. As a playwright and poet, he contributed significantly to English literature and the arts. C. He was the first King of England. D. His work is largely unrecognized in modern Britain. Answer. B. As a playwright and poet, he contributed significantly to English literature and the arts. Shakespeare's influence on the English language and his compelling portrayal of human emotions and conflicts have made him a timeless figure in the arts and culture. Question 21. Discuss the significance of the Battle of Britain during World War II. A. It was an inconsequential air battle with little impact on the war. B. It marked a significant defeat for British forces. C. It was a crucial victory that prevented a German invasion of Britain. D. It led to Britain forming an alliance with Germany. Answer. C. It was a crucial victory that prevented a German invasion of Britain. The Battle of Britain in 1940 is famous for the resilience and courage of the Royal Air Force, which played a pivotal role in maintaining British defence during World War II. Question 22. What were the main consequences of the English Civil War? A. It strengthened the power of the monarchy. B. It led to the establishment of absolute monarchy. C. It resulted in the execution of Charles I and the temporary establishment of a Commonwealth. D. It had no significant long-term impacts. Answer. C. It resulted in the execution of Charles I and the temporary establishment of a Commonwealth. The English Civil War was a key period in British history that significantly shifted power from the monarchy to Parliament. Question 23. What is the historical importance of the Victorian era? A. It was marked by a significant decline in industrial and cultural development. B. It was known for major advances in science, industry, and culture, and expansion of the British Empire. C. It was characterized by isolationism in foreign policy. D. It was a brief period with little historical documentation. Answer: B. It was known for major advances in science, industry, and culture, and expansion of the British Empire. The Victorian era is notable for its significant contributions to modernizing Britain and its extensive influence globally. Question 24. Describe the UK's role in abolishing the slave trade. A. The UK was a minor participant in the abolition movement. B. The UK was among the last to abolish the slave trade. C. The UK played a leading role in ending the transatlantic slave trade in 1807. D. The UK did not participate in the abolition of the slave trade. Answer: C. The UK played a leading role in ending the transatlantic slave trade in 1807. Britain not only abolished the trade within its own empire, but also worked to encourage other nations to do the same. Question 25. How does the UK address environmental issues? A. Through minimal regulations and non-binding guidelines. B. By ignoring international environmental agreements. C. With comprehensive policies, including legal standards and public funding for sustainable practices. D. Solely through private sector initiatives. Answer: C. With comprehensive policies, including legal standards and public funding for sustainable practices. The UK has implemented a range of measures to tackle environmental challenges, from legislation to reduce emissions to promoting renewable energy. Question 26. What was the impact of the Black Death on medieval England? A. It had little to no impact on the population or society. B. It led to economic prosperity. C. It caused widespread population loss and significant social and economic upheaval. D. It improved health standards through the development of new medicines. Answer: C. It caused widespread population loss and significant social and economic upheaval. The Black Death dramatically reduced the population, leading to labor shortages and significant changes in social and economic structures. Question 27. Discuss the significance of the Glorious Revolution. A. It consolidated the power of the monarchy. B. It marked the beginning of French dominance in England. C. It resulted in the establishment of constitutional monarchy in England through the Bill of Rights 1689. D. It had no real impact on British politics. Answer: C. It resulted in the establishment of constitutional monarchy in England through the Bill of Rights 1689. The Glorious Revolution is considered a turning point in English history, cementing parliamentary sovereignty and rule of law. Question 28. What were the economic policies of Margaret Thatcher? A. Expansion of the state sector and increased taxation. B. Privatization, reduction of state intervention, and free market policies. C. Focus on agricultural development only. D. Increased regulation of private businesses. Answer: B. Privatization, reduction of state intervention, and free market policies. Margaret Thatcher's tenure as Prime Minister was marked by significant economic reforms that emphasized deregulation and a reduction in the role of the state in business. Question 29. What were the effects of Brexit on the UK? A. Immediate removal of all trade barriers. B. Enhanced freedom of movement between the UK and EU countries. C. Economic and political changes, including new trade and immigration policies. D. Unchanged relationship with the European Union. Answer: C. Economic and political changes, including new trade and immigration policies. Brexit has led to profound shifts in the UK's relationship with the EU, affecting everything from trade to residency rights. Question 30. What is the UK's stance on climate change? A. Denial of climate change science. B. Active engagement in global efforts to reduce carbon emissions and promote sustainability. C. Minimal commitment to international climate agreements. D. Focus only on local, not global, environmental issues. Answer. B. Active engagement in global efforts to reduce carbon emissions and promote sustainability. The UK is committed to addressing climate change and has set ambitious targets to reduce carbon emissions and increase renewable energy use. Question 31. Explain the purpose of the National Health Service, NHS. A. To provide private health care to UK residents. B. To serve as an insurance provider. C. To offer comprehensive health care free at the point of use to all UK residents. D. To regulate pharmaceutical companies. Answer. C. To offer comprehensive health care free at the point of use to all UK residents. The NHS is a cornerstone of UK social policy, providing a wide range of health services funded through taxation. Question 32. What powers does the Mayor of London hold? A. Complete control over the UK's foreign policies. B. Significant authority over London's transport, housing and environmental policies. C. Power to levy taxes nationwide. D. Authority to appoint the Prime Minister. Answer. B. Significant authority over London's transport, housing and environmental policies. The Mayor of London plays a critical role in managing several key aspects of the capital's infrastructure and services. Question 33. Discuss the role and powers of the Scottish Parliament. A. It has no legislative powers and serves only an advisory role. B. It has full control over all UK domestic and foreign policies. C. It possesses devolved powers over areas such as education, health and transportation. D. It manages defence and foreign affairs for Scotland. Answer. C. It possesses devolved powers over areas such as education, health and transportation. The Scottish Parliament can legislate on various issues specifically affecting Scotland, allowing it to tailor policies to the needs of its residents. Question 34. What is the significance of the rule of law in the UK? A. It signifies the law's role in royal governance. B. It is the principle that all individuals, institutions, and entities are accountable to laws that are publicly promulgated, equally enforced, and independently adjudicated. C. It applies only to members of the government. D. It is a formality with no real impact. Answer. B. It is the principle that all individuals, institutions, and entities are accountable to laws that are publicly promulgated, equally enforced, and independently adjudicated. The rule of law is fundamental to ensuring fairness and justice in society. Question 35. What are the main immigration policies in the UK? A. An open border policy with no restrictions. B. A system based on a points-based evaluation to manage the flow and integration of immigrants. C. Deportation of all non-UK citizens. D. Automatic citizenship to anyone who requests it. Answer. B. A system based on a points-based evaluation to manage the flow and integration of immigrants. This approach allows the UK to address economic, social, and security considerations effectively. Question 36. Who was Richard the Lionheart, and why is he significant? A. A fictional character from British folklore. B. A 20th century British Prime Minister. C. An English king known for his role in the Crusades. D. A leading figure in the Industrial Revolution. Answer: C. An English king known for his role in the Crusades. Richard I, also known as Richard the Lionheart, is famous for his military leadership and efforts in the Third Crusade, becoming a central Christian commander. Question 37. Explain the importance of the stone of scone. A. It's a stone used in traditional Scottish cooking. B. It's historically used in the coronation of Scottish monarchs, symbolizing the legitimacy of their rule. C. It is a relic from the Roman era. D. It marks the boundary between Scotland and England. Answer: B. It's historically used in the coronation of Scottish monarchs, symbolizing the legitimacy of their rule. The stone of scone, also known as the stone of destiny, has a profound symbolic role in Scottish history. Question 38. What functions does the Welsh Assembly perform? A. It serves only ceremonial functions with no real power. B. It oversees all foreign policy decisions for Wales. C. It has devolved powers over areas such as health, education, and local government. D. It handles military operations within Wales. Answer: C. It has devolved powers over areas such as health, education, and local government. The Welsh Assembly, now known as the Welsh Parliament or Senedd Cymru, plays a crucial role in managing specific domestic issues in Wales. Question 39. Define reserved powers in the UK's devolved administrations. A. Powers exclusively held by the devolved administrations. B. Powers that remain within the jurisdiction of the UK Parliament, such as defence and foreign affairs. C. Powers shared between the UK Parliament and the devolved administrations. D. Arbitrary powers assigned on an as-needed basis. Answer: B. Powers that remain within the jurisdiction of the UK Parliament, such as defence and foreign affairs. Reserved powers are those not transferred to the devolved parliaments, ensuring that certain key areas of governance remain centralised. Question 40. What historical importance does Hadrian's Wall hold? A. It was built as a decorative feature by the Romans. B. It marked the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain, serving as a defensive fortification. C. It was constructed to celebrate the conquest of the northern tribes. D. It serves as a modern border between England and Scotland. Answer: B. It marked the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain, serving as a defensive fortification. Hadrian's Wall was built to keep out Pictish tribes from the north and to demonstrate the reach of Roman power. Question 41. What are the responsibilities of the Speaker in the House of Commons? A. To act as the Chief Financial Officer of the House. B. To represent the House in legal matters. C. To preside over debates, ensuring that rules are followed and maintaining order. D. To vote in all debates to sway decision-making. Answer: C. To preside over debates, ensuring that rules are followed and maintaining order. The Speaker is crucial in managing the conduct of business and debate in the House of Commons, ensuring fairness and upholding parliamentary rules. Question 42. Who was Charles Darwin and why is he notable? A. A British Prime Minister during the Victorian era. B. An English scientist who developed the theory of evolution by natural selection. C. A military leader in the British Army. D. A poet laureate of the 19th century. Answer: B. An English scientist who developed the theory of evolution by natural selection. Darwin's contributions to biology have profoundly influenced our understanding of life on Earth and the development of species. Question 43. Explain the importance of the Falklands War. A. It was an internal conflict that led to political reforms in the UK. B. It was a conflict between the UK and Argentina in 1982 over the sovereignty of the Falkland Islands, resulting in a British victory. C. It resulted in significant territorial expansion for the UK. D. It marked the end of British colonialism. Answer. B. It was a conflict between the UK and Argentina in 1982 over the sovereignty of the Falkland Islands, resulting in a British victory. This war affirmed the UK's commitment to defending its overseas territories. Question 44. What are the primary sources of law in the UK? A. The decisions of the European Court of Justice. B. Local community bylaws. C. Statute law, common law, and European law prior to Brexit. D. The edicts of the ruling monarch. Answer. C. Statute law, common law, and European law prior to Brexit. These form the basis of the legal system in the UK, providing a framework that governs all legal proceedings and the administration of justice. Question 45. What was the impact of the Battle of Waterloo? A. It had little impact on European politics. B. It resulted in a brief pause in the Napoleonic Wars. C. It marked Napoleon's final defeat in 1815, contributing to the stabilization of Europe. D. It led to an expansion of the French Empire. Answer. C. It marked Napoleon's final defeat in 1815, contributing to the stabilization of Europe. The Battle of Waterloo was a decisive conflict that ended the Napoleonic Wars and led to a period of relative peace in Europe. Question 46. Who designed the welfare state in the UK? A. Queen Victoria. B. Winston Churchill. C. William Beveridge. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer. C. William Beveridge. His report during World War II outlined a comprehensive welfare system, including health, education and social security, which laid the foundation for the modern UK welfare state. Question 47. Describe the cultural influence of the swinging 60s in Britain. A. A decline in cultural production. B. A time marked by significant economic recession. C. A vibrant period noted for musical, fashion, and artistic innovation. D. A period focused solely on technological advancements. Answer. C. A vibrant period noted for musical, fashion, and artistic innovation. The 1960s in Britain were a dynamic time when cultural norms were challenged and new creative styles emerged, influencing global culture. Question 48. What role does the UK play in NATO? A. It is an observer state with no active involvement. B. It is one of the founding members and plays a leading role in collective defence and crisis management. C. It contributes only financially without participating in military operations. D. It has withdrawn from NATO. Answer. B. It is one of the founding members and plays a leading role in collective defence and crisis management. The UK's involvement in NATO underscores its commitment to international security and defence cooperation. Question 49. What is the historical significance of the Marylebone Cricket Club? A. It is a minor local sports club. B. It was historically responsible for developing the laws of cricket. C. It is known only for its architectural significance. D. It was a major political gathering site in the 19th century. Answer B. It was historically responsible for developing the laws of cricket. The Marylebone Cricket Club, MCC, played a key role in standardizing cricket laws and promoting the sport globally. Question 50. How did the British Empire influence global trade and politics? A. It had little influence on global scales. B. It led to increased isolation of Britain from global affairs. C. The empire facilitated the spread of British trade, culture, and governance, shaping international relations. D. It only influenced the areas directly surrounding the British Isles. Answer C. The empire facilitated the spread of British trade, culture, and governance, shaping international relations. The British Empire's extensive reach had a lasting impact on trade routes, colonial policies, and the spread of English as a global language. Question 51. Who was Jane Austen, and what did she contribute to literature? A. A contemporary pop artist. B. An 18th-century novelist known for her critiques of the British landed gentry and pioneering the literary technique of free indirect speech. C. A political activist who wrote pamphlets. D. A playwright from the Elizabethan era. Answer B. An 18th-century novelist known for her critiques of the British landed gentry and pioneering the literary technique of free indirect speech. Austen's novels, including Pride and Prejudice and Emma, offer insightful explorations of personal relationships and social standings, making her a central figure in English literature. Question 52. What role did the Royal Navy play in British history? A. It was primarily for ceremonial use. B. It played a critical role in establishing and maintaining the British Empire by securing sea routes and territories. C. It was insignificant until the 20th century. D. It was mainly used for river patrols within the UK. Answer B. It played a critical role in establishing and maintaining the British Empire by securing sea routes and territories. The Royal Navy was instrumental in Britain becoming a global superpower through its dominance at sea. Question 53. How did the steam engine contribute to the Industrial Revolution in the UK? A. By providing an inefficient source of power that was seldom used. B. By revolutionizing transportation and manufacturing, leading to increased production and economic growth. C. It was only used in the textile industry. D. It had no real impact on industrial processes. Answer B. By revolutionizing transportation and manufacturing, leading to increased production and economic growth. The steam engine was a key innovation that powered factories, railways, and ships, significantly boosting industrial output and efficiency. Question 54. What reforms resulted from the Beveridge Report? A. The report was ignored and had no impact. B. It led to the establishment of the modern welfare state, including the creation of the National Health Service. C. It resulted in stricter immigration laws. D. It focused on reducing public expenditures on social services. Answer B. It led to the establishment of the modern welfare state, including the creation of the National Health Service. The Beveridge Report proposed widespread reforms to address social ills, which were largely implemented in the post-war years. Question 55. What is the significance of the Gunpowder Plot in British history? A. It marks a successful coup that changed the monarchy. B. It is celebrated as a day of national triumph. C. It is remembered on November 5th to commemorate the failed attempt to blow up Parliament in 1605. D. It resulted in major reforms to the parliamentary system. Answer C. It is remembered on November 5th to commemorate the failed attempt to blow up Parliament in 1605. Known as Guy Fawkes Night, it celebrates the foiling of the plot and the survival of the king, symbolised by bonfires and fireworks.